Hello, and welcome to another episode of Answers About Alzheimer's. This is a safe place where we talk about everything and anything related to Alzheimer's and other dementias. I am super excited about today's show. I am your host, Debra, and a certified master dementia strategist. You can also become a certified master dementia strategist by visiting my website and signing up for my next course. There's always a waiting list, so if you're interested, make sure you at least go to the website so that you will get notified for the next class availability. If you're new to Answers About Alzheimer's, please make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. We would love to have you join our family, and we truly are a family. We talk and have discussions not only on this site, but also on the Answers About Aging and Alzheimer's Facebook group. When we all work together, we can come up with and create the best strategies to help ourselves and those that we are caring for. So today, I want to discuss what some of the first things are that you should do at the very first signs of dementia. And in order to do that, we should probably briefly go over what some of those first signs are. I have a full video that talks about all the warning signs in detail, so be sure to watch that. If you start recognizing that there is a decline in your brain function or a lack of focus, this would be one of the first warning signs of dementia. Another one would be confusion with time and spatial relationships. And by that, I mean maybe when you can't remember where you parked your car, or having trouble with directions while driving. Have you ever forgotten why you walked into the other room? You may have noticed that you're forgetting things that you just recently learned. If others are telling you that you are repeating yourself, that is definitely one of the more early warning signs. And have you noticed that there's just a general decline or drop in your cognition or your brain function from how it used to be in the past? There are some things that you can do to help increase your brain function. And that's the exciting news that we're going to talk about today. So dementia is a result of brain cell death, or the death of the neurons. So we need to keep as many of those brain cells as possible and keep them as healthy as possible. The best way to keep your brain cells or your neurons happy and healthy is to feed them with the fuel that they need to thrive. Makes sense, right? Our blood carries glucose and ketones that fuel the neurons. This is the food that they need, glucose and ketones. Our brains prefer to be fed the ketones over the glucose. The question lies in, how do we increase our ketone fuel? Well, there are several ways, and the first one is to partake in a low-carb or ketogenic diet. I actually started doing a keto diet several years ago, and I ended up sticking with it. I not only lost weight, but I did feel clearer in my brain. And I also have a lot more energy, and I am less hungry. It is amazing how carbs can just gunk up your brain cells. So just by lowering your carbohydrate intake, you can help feed your brain what it craves and what it needs to run at its best. Some other ways to increase your ketones is with MCT oil, or you can also get that in a tablet form from a health food store. These will both help to generate ketones faster. Another great way to increase your DHA, which is found in fatty fish that contains that healthy omega-3 fat. So this is nothing new, right? We've all heard of lowering your carbs, lowering your sugars to have a healthy body. But what's healthy for the body and the heart is also healthy for the brain. We keep hearing what's good for us, so why do we resist? Let's get healthy. If we don't have our health, we have nothing. Another great way to boost your ketones is to do intermittent fasting. This I have never tried, but I have many friends who have, and they absolutely love it. There are several different methods to intermittent fasting, but today I'm going to talk about the most common, and that's the 16 to 8 rule. So with intermittent fasting, you limit your food consumption to a specific number of hours of the day. This can help with weight loss, and intermittent fasting increases the brain hormone BDNF and may help you to grow new nerve cells. Who doesn't want that? I sure do. So intermittent fasting is eating during certain times of the day, kind of like a pattern. It's not a diet. You can eat for 8 hours and then fast and not eat for 16 hours. This does not mean that you binge eat and eat everything in sight for 8 hours. It also helps if you try to lower the calorie intake, but if you're doing keto, it will also help with the calorie portion too. So intermittent fasting can do many things, but in this case, we're concentrating on the insulin. Your insulin will drop so that the brain will feed off of the ketones in the blood rather than the sugar and the glucose. The next tip is sleep. We humans, we don't get enough sleep. How can we function to the best of our ability if we're tired or running out of energy? On average, we should be getting between 7 and 9 hours of sleep per night. And it is recommended that we go to bed and get up at the same time every day. Make sure that your bedroom is really quiet and that it's nice and dark. And don't keep electronics like your phone or your computer in the bedroom with you. The quality of sleep is also very important. If you have trouble sleeping or staying asleep, this is not good for your brain or your overall health. Another great way to help with sleeping better is to take vitamin D. This also improves your brain functions. So get a good night's rest. The last one I want to talk about seems like this one comes up all the time, but we're going to talk about exercise. And when I say exercise, I don't mean just, going for a little walk. It has to be aerobic exercise that generates body heat and gets your heart pumping. We have to get oxygen to that brain. A study from the University of Pittsburgh stated that regular aerobic exercise that increases your heart rate will actually increase the size of the hippocampus by about 2%, improving memory. This is significant because the hippocampus is severely damaged in Alzheimer's disease, and it is where we store our most recent memories. Another really great and super easy way to help keep those healthy brain cells and regenerate new ones is to learn new skills, especially things like learning a new language or taking a course. Oh, you could take my course. And socializing with new people is also extremely helpful. So, start a low-carb diet, get some exercise, and do that with a new friend. Get out there and learn a new skill. Just keep going. You can do it. I know that you can. There are many resources out there for you to learn more about the keto diet, which I love, and about intermittent fasting. So do some research and find out what works best for you and your situation. Remember, just do what you can. Start small if you have to, but just keep going. You've got this. And I'm always here for you. I'm not going anywhere. So subscribe, and I'll see you next time. I want you to know how much I appreciate you coming and seeing me and watching my videos and my content, because honestly, I'm really just doing this for you. I have so much up here, and I just want to give it to you. I want to give it to you so you can use it and make your life easier make your person with dementia's life easier. I want to thank you so much. And you can help others. You can help other people out in YouTube land, other caregivers who need this information so desperately. And it's so easy for you to help them. You help them by helping me. So if you subscribe and if you hit the thumbs up button, but most importantly, if you comment, it doesn't even matter what the comment is. If you make comments, it actually makes YouTube show my videos to more people. So you can actually help other caregivers in your same situation by just commenting and subscribing. So I hope that you do that for me and for everybody else. Thanks.